Happy Friday Eve, everybody. It's me again. We're back. Real Talk with Demi Hendrix. Season 2 is back. I'm excited. We have so many great things going on for this season, this next season. And as you can see to my, is it to my right? To my right. To my right, your left. We have the incredibly talented Miss Alli Starr here with us, Miss International Recording Artist. How are you?
Hey,
I am
I'm
so
good.
excited you're here. This just kind of like popped up at like the last minute. We were like, let's get it together. Let's do this. It's about time.
It's perfect time.
So it's about time. So let me just tell everybody who Miss Alli Starr is. First of all, she's an international recording artist, singer, songwriter, model, actress, and she is a mommy of twins. She is actually getting ready to release her new EP, Situationship, in
Yeah.
the next few months, spring 2022. So let's tap in and talk about that. Alli, first of all, welcome to the show and thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
being
having
here.
me. Thank you.
So tell us how Allie actually got started. We could just start from there.
Well, I've been singing since I was about 4 years old, and started in church, typical church girl. And I did a couple choir things in high school. I was actually a part of a Grammy Award winning choir. I have to always
Wow.
say that.
Okay.
um, but music was not something that I was actually, going to go into. I was going to choose a different path. But
Okay.
lo and behold, I found myself on the stages at about 17, 18.
Wow. So now were you, because you moved here from Chicago, you were in your bio said 15, correct?
Correct.
15. So when you came to Vegas, did you know anyone here? Is there family here?
No, I had one cousin that was here, had been here for years, but my
Okay.
mother moved us here because she was engaged, and we were starting our new life here in Vegas.
Wow. So what's that like when you move to Vegas at 15? You want to be a singer, you want to be an entertainer. What does that look like for a 15-year-old? How do you get into those avenues, like the people you deal with to get where you're at now?
I kind of fell into the business actually. It just happened because a friend of mine was a guitar player for a band, and he
Hmm.
asked me to come to the rehearsal with him. It was more of like he was showing off his friend kind of thing.
I
Um,
got you.
and it just so happened that they asked me, did I know how to sing? And I said, yeah, I do. And they started playing a lot of songs, and the lead singer came out of the room and she was impressed and she hired me right on the spot. And again, that was not the path that I was choosing.
Right.
Happened.
Wow. So what path were you choosing? Where were you trying to lean to?
I was actually I'm about to go to school to become a mortician.
A mortician. And that's mainly because you come from a family of morticians or people who are in medical or mortuary science. Is that what you call it? Mortuary
Correct,
science.
mortuary science.
So you were leaning this way, but ended up going that way. How
Correct.
did your family feel about that?
To be honest, I know my mother wasn't happy because she's a go to school type person. Um, but I am a headstrong type child.
Uh
And
huh.
once I got a hold of that entertainment bug, it was no turning back. I was going to do whatever I needed to do to be in that
Right.
lifestyle.
Right on. So when did you start recording? When did you become this fabulous recording artist that you are today? When was that?
I actually recorded my first project at 18, but unfortunately, due to some mishaps and being taken advantage of in the business, it never
Mm,
got released.
okay.
I wrote for some other people. Um, that was put on their projects, and even as far as being chosen to be a replacement in the group TLC. But
Really?
my manager kind of messed it up. So
Wow. You hear a lot about that, and there's a lot of talk actually here recently about how we as a community of entertainers, not only a community of entertainers, but of color as well, how we are treated differently from others, both
Mhm.
on and off the strip. So, how did that affect you? It sounds like it's affected you quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been here 18 years doing this business, and I've seen a lot. I always say I grew up in this business at the right time. I was young. I was smart enough to watch what to do and what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's carried me over the years to get to where I've become. And throughout my journey, Vegas is a small town when you think about it. It
Yeah,
sounds big, but it's a small town. And then it's even smaller for the entertainment community. And then it's even smaller for the Black entertainment community.
absolutely.
So knowing all those things and working in different genres and areas of town with different people, I personally definitely have experienced what you would call segregation in our music community when it
Yeah,
comes to Black versus others.
yeah. I know recently someone expressed, we have these mainstream artists coming to the strip, and not to say that um, we haven't been on the strip, but we don't last a long time on the strip. I think the only longest lasting is the Motown show, isn't it? The Motown review show.
Yeah, for us, and I was a part of
Yes.
that as well.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. So there's been talks though, with all these mainstream artists coming on, and they're just kind of booting us a little bit more back off of the strip again. Do you think you will, or even is it even a goal to even have your lights up on on the strip, your name in the lights?
It is always a huge accomplishment to have your own show on the
Yeah.
Las Vegas Strip. I mean, as you can see, you have world-renowned stars like Lionel Richie, Adele, Celine Dion
Yes.
that all come to Las Vegas to have their shows here. So,
Right.
being a partial native from here, of course, I would definitely want to see my name on the strips lights. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think we need to do to say make that happen a little bit more for us to get out there? Do we need to rally together and kind of start hitting these entertainment execs up and literally rallying together to make it possible for us to people of color to be on the strip and headline?
It definitely takes for us to come together, get out of our feelings, come to a
Yeah,
common goal to make it happen. But we also have to be honest and realistic on what that looks like. And
right.
part of that battle is us showing up on time.
Hello.
Time matters. That's the first thing
Hello.
anybody's going to look at. Did they even show up for the job on time?
Right, right.
We as the people in this entertainment community have that stigma for not being on time.
It's
So we have to be real with ourselves before we can come to the table and demand what we do deserve, but we also have to
true.
play our part.
Absolutely. Very true. And I think another thing, because I've seen this in the past, and I'm sure you could relate to, um, we also need to pull together as a community in our community. We're so busy just kind of knocking each other down, judging people, critiquing others, instead of really fighting for the same thing that we're all trying to have, and that is to have freedom to be able to headline anywhere in this, not only in the city, but anywhere in the country and then in the nation. We as a community, we have a bad habit of doing that, especially when it comes to entertainers. You know, if you hit a bad note, they're going to talk about it for years. The whole Janet Jackson thing with the malfunction, we're still hearing about it. So those are the things I think I would like to see as well. Just us pull together as a whole and finding what we can do to make things better for all of us in this community that we call entertainment.
Right.
um so your EP, situationship, I like how you tell your story. I know when you first brought the storytelling to the stage and you started talking a little bit more about how we got into the situationship.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. I love the way that you tell, you have a storyline for your music.
Mhm.
Tell us how that came about.
It's funny when you say story because it's really my life. Um,
Yeah.
so for everyone else, it sounds like a story, but for me, it's just I'm telling what happened on Monday. But
Wow.
it came about. I cheated on my husband, ex-husband now, and
Hmm.
it was a situation where I did not feel valued and respected, and all it took was for somebody to come along and show me those things, and I was out the door.
I get that. How did that work out for you? Is that something that you finally hash out and get out?
Well, again, that's my ex-husband, so that ended. The situationship is just that, a situationship.
Situationship. Wow. So we're gonna expect a lot from that EP. We have no, is it Old Flames? Old Flames was my
Old
favorite, by the way. I
Flames
love that
is
song. I
definitely on
love
there.
that song.
Old
And then
Flames
we have,
is one of those songs for me where it'll always hold a special place because I filmed it and wrote it in the height of the pandemic
right.
when everything was closed, and I was determined to release music because it was part of therapy for me and
Yeah.
shoot a video. And it was a great time because I actually got to capture the strip when it was empty and no one was there. And you get a chance to appreciate your city differently
Yeah.
when you don't see the hustle and bustle. So I like doing it during that time.
That was dope. The motorcycle ride was pretty cool too, because you got to see the whole, like you said, you got to see the strip as a whole. It was pretty cool,
Correct.
especially at night vision too. 'Cause you don't really get to see everything because there's so many people on the strip, and there's everything's kind of sitting on top of each other. So you did give us a
Correct.
good vision of what the strip looks like. That's pretty dope. Uh, what are you sometime in the near future planning a tour? Maybe like, small city tour, big city tour.
Yeah. Right before COVID happened, I was supposed to be touring in Ghana and a couple places. Um,
Really?
right now, of course, international stuff is on pause.
Yes,
So the plan is to start doing some small tours within the U.S.
that would be dope. I just want to tell everybody how, first of all, you already know I always enjoy coming to see you just in your artistry. You're such an amazing artist, and I hate to say, like, use the word like underrated, but I guess I would only use it because I just know you should be here instead of here, and I know that that's going to come for you, but I'm just one of those fans that see you doing so much greater. When I tell you, this young lady will take any song and make it her own, and when I tell you she makes it her own, sh you know what she's singing, but you're like, dang, that sounds, ooh, dang, that sounds good. It's almost like when I hear you sing, and I hear you sing something like, "What You Won't Do for Love."
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, they need to record that. Why didn't they just do that the first time? Why Well, I didn't record it like that the first time. You are absolutely amazing on changing up your music and making it yours. How do you do that?
I like to treat music like making love. It's a
Yeah,
slow process. You got to get into it, and when you find your rhythm, you make it your own.
that's dope. I heard you the other day. I can't even remember what song it was, and I want to say it was Erica Badu. It might have been the Erica Badu cover, and I was like, okay, okay, because I know you see me. I'll be on the lives. When I see you pop up, I'll
I
go.
see you.
Because
I
you
don't.
just
I don't
always do
always get a
something
chance to read
different.
everyone's comments, but I do see yours.
Yeah, I'm like, you're always doing something different. Your artistry is just amazing. Um, Not only are you an artist, international artist, songwriter, singer, model, actress, you're also a mother of twins as well.
I
How
am.
old are the babies now?
They're not babies.
They're not
They're
babies.
10. They just turned
Oh.
10 in December.
So how do you balance being mommy, being an international? See, and when I say working, and you hit the nail on the head earlier, you worked through the whole pandemic. You were probably one of the first artists that started working
Hmm.
like in the middle of everything, right in the beginning of everything.
Yes, I was.
How is that? How do you balance that, be mommy and
Well, first of all, I have to give all praises to God for giving me the strength to be able to do any of those things.
amen?
This is hard. My kids are understanding to the point where they're growing up in the business with me. From the
Mm-hmm.
moment I had them, they were took. I had them in December of 2011, and they were in Japan by February 2012.
Wow.
So they grew up their first year of their life in Japan. So they've been rocking and rolling with mommy for 10 years now with this
That's
crazy business of mine. Yeah.
That's dope. Do you think they'll either one of them? Do they already start to kind of express that they want to do music as well? Are they starting to?
My daughter, possibly. She
Yeah.
sings in her school's choir, and both her parents are in the business. So we'll see. It's not something that I'm definitely going to push on her. If it
Okay.
organically happens, it will happen.
Okay.
I don't think my son has any interest in it at all, but my daughter, she definitely looks to me and she watches what I do and she watches when I get dressed up for a show. So I know she's paying attention. So I'll let her do her thing when she's ready.
Yeah, exactly. Just let them get the feel of things. I know that we had spoke, and I don't know if you wanted to touch on this, but I know just knowing you as long as I've known you, you've dealt with some health issues as well in
Mhm.
the past. First of all, how are things? Are they better?
Things are stable.
Stable. Okay.
Mhm.
One of the reasons why I brought it up is being that this is Black History Month, I really wanted to touch on a little bit of everything concerning us. So I actually have one of my docs that I used to work with coming to the show and talking about, heart disease and the Black community.
Yeah.
And I know you've dealt with some arrhythmias, and there's, a lot of stuff going on there. So you're kind of like still up and down about that and still working on dealing with that too as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have SVT, supraventricular tachycardia, and I have a pacemaker now. So the
Yes.
pacemaker has definitely been doing its job. It's been helping. But having this level of heart disease, I didn't fully understand the magnitude of how serious it was. Because, when you look up arrhythmias, it's kind of just like, oh, your heart may skip a beat here and there.
Yeah.
But my situation is a little serious than that, to the point where I'm 36 and I have a pacemaker.
Yeah. And let me just explain a little bit why to people who don't understand why that's it's like that. SVT, your heart rate can go from say 86 beats per minute to 210 in a second,
In a second.
which can create um, a catastrophic effect on your heart, which can go you into heart attack. And it can happen with you sitting. It can happen with you with minimal activity to activity. So when they put the pacemaker in, they put you in to set you at a certain level to keep you at that rate, at a
Mhm.
comfortable rate. So you know, it's I it's common in younger people. My daughter actually suffered with it. She's not as bad as she used to be, but boy, when she gets stressed out, she that heart rate goes up, and it's like, girl, if you going
It's so
some
weird
miles.
because all the doctors would ask me, "Why are you stressed out?" And I'm like, "No." I would literally, after I would finish the show and my adrenaline would come down, my heart would just say, "We've had enough," and
Yeah,
I would just go into SBT.
yeah. And you've performed a lot of times not feeling well, and nobody even knew.
I performed with what's it called, a telemonitor attached
Yes,
to my chest
the
with
heart
patches
monitor.
on there.
Yes.
I performed with a loop monitor being inserted into my chest. I literally got on stage after being a pacemaker being put on my chest like 24 hours later.
I remember that. Oh my God, I remember that. Wow. Well, I certainly hope that gets better for you.
Thank you.
Uh, I certainly hope that gets better for you, and I know that with you, the way you just keep going, because that's the secret. Just keep going, bypass everything that you're going through, and just keep going.
Keep
We
going.
only live once, and you only have one life to live, and nobody else is gonna live it but you. So you give me hope, knowing that anything that you could be and are going through, you rebound from it, and it just makes just life so much better when you can look back and say, look at how far it came. And you are
Exactly.
definitely an example of that. What's next for you, Miss Alli Starr? What you think you're gonna be doing next?
Well, next is my Whitney show.
That's right. Tell us about that.
Well, it's next week, actually, 1 week from today, February 10th. It's
Okay.
called I Want to Dance with Someone. It's a tribute to the late, great, iconic Whitney Houston. And it's coming at such a beautiful time of remembrance because it's one day before the 10-year of her death anniversary. So I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that I honored her because I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just such a devastating moment. But her death has fueled a fire inside of me to get to this point to where I'm ready to do a tribute to her.
And well, is that gonna be something? Listen, you already sold out that show, though,
It
right?
is sold out, yes.
Okay. Now, is there going to be a second show, or are we still kind of waiting to hear back on that?
We are waiting for some more news for the second show. I mean, I just have so much going on between finishing the EP to get it out on time and other projects that I'm working on with the Alley
Okay.
Cats. It's a lot.
Yeah, you guys are busy. You guys are, but it's
We are.
beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Um, Real quick, do you still have? Where's Oreo? I haven't seen Oreo.
I don't have Oreo anymore. Um, it turns out that my daughter and myself, we're allergic to them.
Okay.
And we didn't
Oh,
realize it when I was in my penthouse. It had carpet. So when he was shedding, it would just lay dormant in the carpet. And
yeah.
then I moved into my home with hardwood. His hair was circulating, and we started to see that we were getting more and more sick. And it took for us to go to the doctor and everything for us to find out that we were allergic. So I did give him away to a wonderful family that has him, and he's much happier.
Okay.
And we're healthy.
Oh, he was so cute. I thought we were gonna be have like a new little Instagram pup coming along because he was so
I
little.
know Oreo is actually more popular than me. It was actually kind of a battle. Like going out with him, he steals all the attention. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I had him for a year. It was an amazing year. Oreo came during the time of the pandemic and kind of saved my life. So I'm thankful for having him for the time that I did.
That's dope. That's awesome. You got that. You have that. You have the memories, and you know what he
Yeah.
was there for.
Hmm.
He understood the assignment. Now he's
He
gone
did,
on to
absolutely.
greater heights. That's awesome. Alli, let everybody know where they can find you on social media, and remind everybody when your situationship project is coming out.
So you can find me on Facebook under Alli Starr, and you can find me on Instagram under Alli Starr One. Just put a number one right behind that. Snapchat is Alli Starr Music, and Twitter is also Alli Starr Music. Situationship, the EP, will be dropping spring of 2022.
I can't wait. Do you have any inspirational words for someone who is considering or already working in the industry and just having a hard time with the doors closing, things of that nature that we deal with in this industry? Do you have anything inspiring to leave with us before you leave?
Well, one thing that's helped me get through a lot of different scenarios is keep going. Because if I stop, I'll never know what my potential could have been.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
matter what's happening around me, I have a personal goal for myself to keep going. Before I can keep going for anyone else, I have to keep going for me. It starts with me. And just going through everything that I've gone through, literally dying from my heart completely stopping, thinking about that, it's like, what if that was my
Yeah.
time and I didn't get to accomplish all the things that I set out to accomplish? So for me, it's always, always going to be keep going because you never know where it's going to take you.
Amen. Amen. I can't wait to see you soon. I'm going to come and see you. I really hope that we can get that second show for Whitney because I know that's going to be just amazing. Keep me posted on that, okay?
I will for sure.
All right, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with me today.
Thank you for having me. I miss your face.
I miss your face. I can't wait to come and see you and give you a hug. I'm missing hugs lately.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get out soon, and we're gonna get out and live a little bit. You know, I've been doing my little thing with my mom and dad. It's been a lot going on, so I kind of keep myself safe so I can keep them safe. But I told my mom
I totally
yesterday,
understand. I'm
yeah, I
in
told,
all my shows just to keep my children safe. We all just fought
yeah,
COVID again a couple weeks ago, so the entire household,
yeah,
but we're good now and everybody's good.
good, good. We will be seeing you soon. I love you, and
I
thank
love
you
you too.
again. All right,
Thank
baby, you
you.
take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the amazing Alli Starr. Such an amazing, just she's just this artist that you see, and you're like, where do they come from? Where do they come from? You see, there's artists like her, and I mean, even Adele. There's artists that you really, really, they just something have something unique about them, and Alli's definitely one of them. She's very unique. Everything she does, when I tell you, you could sit down and listen to her sing something you could probably hear all the time, but you're not going to hear it that way, the way she does it at any time, except for when she does it. So I really appreciate that she came to the show today. And also, just wanted to wish everybody a happy Black History Month. Hey, Black history is every day for us, baby. We Black every day, and we proud to be Black, okay? We Black and we proud. We just actually share with you through the whole month of February our heritage, our history, as well as our culture. So, happy Black History Month to everybody. Have a couple shows planned for you this month in honor of Black History, one of which next week I am actually going to be focusing, because we got Valentine's Day coming up, I'm going to be focusing on Black love slash power couples. When I tell you the couple that I have coming to sit down with me next week, I'm so excited. I can't wait to have them come. And it's funny because Keith is actually like my brother from another, so it's going to be one of those interesting conversations where we're going to learn about how they maintain being in business together and having their own businesses and maintaining their marriage and a healthy marriage at that. So don't forget to join me again. I'm back every Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Real Talk with Demi Hendrix. I want to leave you with the quotes and then we will let you go. You guys holla at me in the comments. FYI, we did pre-record this show, so I won't be able to see your comments, but just let me know that you're in once I do post it. And don't forget to click like and share. You can go right over to YouTube and you can actually click like and you can share as well as subscribe to Real Talk with Demi Hendrix. I just wanted to share a real quick quote. One day I'm going to learn how to talk. We're going to get it together. It's okay. Anyway, want to share this quote real quick. The only tired I was tired of giving in. Miss Rosa Parks. And that's my word to you, to anybody, just like Ali said, if you have an inspiration, aspiration to do something that you think that is totally far and beyond from what you could possibly do, trust me, it's not. Reach for it. Go for it. It's nothing in this world you can't do. You're magical. Don't get tired. Keep going. I am Demi Hendrix. This is Real Talk. Thank you for joining me. I love you all forever. Peace, love, and light. Smooches.